Okay, welcome Sword Hammer fans and YouTube fans and all the other fans out there. This is Ithaca, and today's video is going to be on this thing right here. Call it my Taurus Mannequin, and also this thing right here. I just took all this armor off because I have to make a few adjustments. So, alright, let's start with this first. This is the mannequin I made. It's a 2x4 mannequin, probably about $15 worth of supplies at max, and it works really good for heavy armor. Not so much. Let me take this off. This is a undergarment for that armor. Not so much for like Star Wars armor. Maybe some bigger Halo armor. Definitely Gears of War, Warhammer, things like that. It's really solid, good structure. Only thing I need to build, and I'll get to that in a second. So let's start from top to bottom. What I did, or start everywhere, I guess. What I did was I measured from my waist down, or waist side to side, and I built this piece right here. And then I measured from my waist down to my feet, and I built 2 legs. So that's my lower half of my body. Then I've measured from my waist up to about my eyes. Okay, just enough to put a helmet on, but not too much wood. That's what she said. And then what I did is I put screws in from the bottom of here. This wasn't on yet. Put screws in the bottom of here into this, which creates my central region of my torso. Okay. Once I had that done, I measured my shoulders, and instead of doing one, like standard people will put one T straight across, and I think it stays on sturdier. The problem is then you have your center, but then you have a piece of wood sticking out in the front. So it's kind of front heavy or back heavy or whatever heavy. So what I decided to do is keep it all center of gravity. I cut the piece of wood in half, and I use these brackets, one in the front, one in the back. I just had these laying around. You'd buy ones that are more practical than these. But then I mounted the shoulders back into place. And then I wanted my arms to stick out rather than straight down. So what I did is I just took tilted it, put 2 screws in. Then the set built to the body. The body's built. Then I wanted to build the support to make it stand. Okay, because not everything with 2 legs can stand. So I built what looks like out of the butt region of the mannequin, which makes it the Taurus, my wife calls it, is it's got one out the center of the butt and then straight down to the ground. Now you can add weights to the back of this. You can use, like, if you want to use whatever fastening method you want, because like this kit itself is very front heavy. So what I do is I have it sitting in this position. I have this little tiny noose right here, and then I put this noose around here. This is a safety cord, I call it. So that way when the armor is on, it won't fall back because of the back leg brace, but if it decides that it wants to fall forward, the safety cord catches it. So, and it's cool because it's right underneath the helmet, so that way you can't, and it's black and you can't really see it. What I have found out though is you have to compensate for every little thing. That backboard is the same length as the 2 legs, which is great when it's like this, but once I put boots on it, guess what happens? The front lifts up some, and now the back's off the ground. So now I got to build an attachment, I guess. I'll probably build a little square, a 4-piece of block of wood with a square which will fit right around that, and then I'll screw it so it's an attachment that it can slide up and down, and then you can adjust the back leg based on the length of the front leg getting pushed up off the ground. Okay, so keep that in mind. So you want to have some type of weighting system for the back, and you want to have some type of stabilizer to be able to adjust the length of that backboard based on if you add boots, the size of the boots, if you change the boots out, take the boots off, so you can adjust the back piece. And so that's the Centaur. What I used was like 2.5-inch wood screws, maybe 2 pieces of 8-foot ply, or 2x4s, and some straight brackets if you're gonna do that, and maybe some L brackets rather than the straight brackets for back. I support a lot of my areas with brackets just to make it stronger. And oh god, didn't see you there. There's a ghost. Alright, so that explains the Taurus mannequin, and I will do an update video with him wearing the armor later. It won't fit for stuff like, you know, Freddy's too skinny to do, so it won't fit for him. Jason might. Actually, you know what? I just like these are Star Wars mannequins, and I like them because they're posable. A lot more posable with the hands and body gestures and stuff like that. Whereas you can't do all that. You can, if you wanted a bent arm like that, you probably cut here and different angle it and stuff. Um, but Jason might fit because he's bulkier. Not sure. But no, he wouldn't fit. So, no, Snake Eyes back there. Okay, so that was explains the mannequin. Now you can also add screws and stuff to it as well if you need to fasten stuff onto it. Here's an example. Here's a thigh plate, and the thigh plate I don't have the cod I just built, so it's not actually on a belt system. So therefore the cod has nothing to hang from yet. So for temporary, I put a screw right there, and then the cod can or the thigh can hang right there, and there's one on each side, so the thighs hang in place. It looks really good once it's all together, but eventually I'll have a belt system or a harness system. I'm looking at hanging Velcro from the chest on the left side and the right side, coming down to hold the cod in place. And then once that's supported and holds a lot of weight, then I will go ahead and hang the thighs off of those. So it's a complete harness system. Talk a little bit about this armor. Got it from my buddy Das Brutas. Das' wife gave the okay, so we got it. It was black and white, and we had a lot of repainted to yellow, which is the Chaos. I was told the Chaos Marines, which yell "fuck you" in battle. Apparently, they're very vulgar and destroy everything. So what I did is I added a lot of blood and guts. The weather was painted with the yellow. It was a Bajas yellow, and then after that, I blackened it with a black wash. And then after the black wash, which is water and black acrylic paint, then I took some red or acrylic paint, the preference of which I like. You can choose your own based on how light or how dark you want your blood to be. Remember, blackening darkens the blood, so don't go too dark. Don't do barn red because it will look crappy once you're done with the blackening. But anyway, so I painted yellow. Let me back this up. I painted yellow. Then I took some Great Stuff foam or some caulking foam, whatever the foam's called, for sealing small cracks around plumbing and stuff. And I took a rubber glove and I dabbled it all over the armor. And then after I dabbled it all over the armor and it dried, then I black washed, which is acrylic and black acrylic paint and water, I mean. And then I went back through over all the white foam and did the red dabbing and dabbed all the paint onto it. Once that was dry, I then did another black wash, which darkened the blood. Once that was done, then I went back through because some of the yellow was too black. This one is almost too black in some areas. So I go back through and with a sponge, and acrylic wipes off with a sponge. So I went back through and just hit some points. So the yellow shows back through, so you can see it's yellow armor. That is just dirty, dingy, scorched, and bloody black. And you can, after that, you can seal it with like some type of clear coat of your preference. If you want gloss or if you want whatever, but then that will seal it. So right now I'm working on boot caps. I marked off the boots. I'm making boot caps. This kit did not have a cod, so yesterday I built a cod for it, which is cool because you won't even see the front of the cod. And I just used EVA foam to make this. But you won't even see the cod because, or the front of the cod, because of that big ass comma that hangs down. But you will see the butt, and it didn't have a butt. So now I got a butt, and now I'm making some boot caps that go on the front because these have like built-in back ones. This is like the back of the boot, but they don't have a front, so I'm doing boot caps. And then that should be it. Then I got to work on a Mega Man costume today for a friend. But and then the bolter. Matter of fact, here's a sneak peek for everybody. This is what I built him yesterday. This is a scratch build. It took me a couple hours to build for him, but it's ready. I just got to get the light blue done here and on the mohawk. This is an Iron Man. not Iron Man. A version of the Mega Man. Hey, buddy, put this on for me. I know it's a bit big for your head, but put that on. Look at me. Look that way. There you go. My son could even wear it, although it is a bit bulky on him. Look back at Daddy. Yeah, you got acrylic paint on your face. I love it. You got your little whiskers still on your face. Look that way. This way. Look at that. So Aiden's wearing the Mega Man helmet. So this Mega Man build's coming on today. It's gonna be kind of fun. You look back at Daddy now. Aiden. Okay, well, this is Aiden. Say hi, Aiden.
Hi.
And this is Ithaca, aka Dave from StoryHammer.com. Check us out on YouTube. Check out Mandalorian Mercs. Check out 501st. Check out 405th. Check out Replica Prop Forum and all those other shout outs. And remember, if we can do it, so can you.